Thank you for allowing us to be part of your fundraising program. We're confident you'll enjoy representing QuickStove and, like so many other schools across the country, make more money with this fundraiser than you imagine. So let's get started. First of all, the name of our company is QuickStove, but the name of the product that you'll be working with is the Emergency Cook Kit. You're going to love this cook kit. It's really great. It has so many neat features. So first of all, let's watch a brief video about the cook kit.
Okay, so here it is, the QuickStove Cook Kit. You can see it comes in this nice, sturdy stainless steel pot that has the folding handle that locks the lid down. So it becomes a nice container that is really a nice size for a bug out bag or for a car kit. 72-hour kit, you know, it's still lightweight and compact, so that's great. And the handle is nice and big, so we really spent a lot of time choosing this stainless steel pot. It has some cool advantages. The lid can be used as a plate, so it's multi-use, and then you can also turn this upside down and create a double boiler. So you put some water in the bottom, and what I've done is I've actually poached trout up in the top of this, and I'll show you a quick clip of that. Really works out great. So the pot has some great versatility. I really like this pot a lot. Let me show you the stove. Now the stove has versatility as well. When we originally built the QuickStove, we were trying to create a stove that would use the QuickStove fuel and fire starter discs as a standalone fuel. Well, we did that, and it works great that way, but we thought it would be even better if it had some versatility. So what we've done is we've added this accessory plate in the bottom, which you can either have in the bottom, so that blocks the air off and makes the fuel and fire starter discs work really well. Or you can take this plate out, and you can see it's very well ventilated in the bottom, and that makes it work very well with just twigs and sticks. You can see I've got some wood over here, you know, that I'm going to use for testing this out, but you can just use twigs and sticks and whatever you can find that'll burn, and you're cooking. So it's really a great setup. And then this accessory plate you can put down underneath it to shield the ground, to protect it, so that you have that no trace ethic in mind as well. Now this plate can also be put in this upper position so that you can use solid fuel tablets, and that puts them at just the right height to really work well as a fuel for you. And you can use the Trangia alcohol stove, you can use a sterno can. You know, you really have a lot of options, and you can also use charcoal briquettes. Now I'd probably use charcoal briquettes with that plate removed and allow the air to come up through, and they would burn a little bit better that way. But charcoal briquettes are a great fuel as well. Oh, and with the charcoal briquettes, once they get going and you have these nice coals going, you can lower the tops down, and then this becomes a portable grill where you can just put your meats right on top of the QuickStove. When we were making the QuickStove, we really wanted something to be small enough that it would be compact and portable, yet large enough that it would work with, you know, big sturdy cookware like this cast iron pot. You can see that's nice and sturdy and stable. And so, you know, we've kind of tried to strike a perfect balance with the QuickStove.
Well, so as you can see, there are a lot of great advantages to the QuickStove, but this is probably the question that's most importantly on your mind right now, and that is, so how much can I make? Yeah, this looks like a great cook kit, but how much can I make in this fundraiser? That's an important question. Well, first of all, on our company website at quickstove.com, we sell the emergency cook kit for $34.99. On your school website, you're going to be selling it for just $25. So first of all, there's a great advantage and incentive for people to purchase from you because they get a $10 discount just by buying from you. Well, then nextly, though, your cost is only $15. So what that means is that for every cook kit you sell, you're making $10. And for every additional fuel disc that you sell, you make 75 cents. And so you can see that the profit that you make will add up very quickly to help cover a lot of those expenses that you have in your different school opportunities and organizations and needs for band, etc. But you'd probably like to know, so what have other schools done? How much have they made? How many have they sold? Well, our record so far is actually from American Fork High School in Utah. They sold 5,442 of these cook kits during a 6-week fundraiser, and they profited. Their net profit was over $57,000. Because, see, they sold a lot of extra fuel discs in addition to the stoves that they sold. And the top salesman so far is Cameron. He sold 247 cook kits. So you see, you can do a lot with this because it's such a product that people enjoy having. They see the quality and see the need for it. So we expect you and your organization to be right at the top of our list here. Also, we're going to be providing you some valuable tools to help you market this. First of all, we're going to give you 2 websites. Now, the first website we're going to call your back office website, and here is the URL for that. It's going to be quickstove.com/fundraising/your school name. Now, this website is not for customers. This is just for you. It's for you to have access to some very important documents that will help you in presenting what the QuickStove is all about and keeping track of your sales and all of that important information. Across the bottom there, we have all of these links where you can download documents that will help you close the sale. In fact, let's review here just really quickly what some of those documents are that you can download from your back office website. First of all, there'll be scripts. Some of you may say, well, that was a cool video, but I don't know what to say, and what if people ask me questions? Well, we want to give you some important scripts that you can use either on the phone or in person when you're talking to people about the cook kit. In addition to that, we have a really neat leave behind sales flyer. See, if you were to go knock on somebody's door or go visit them at work or whatever, and if they weren't there, you don't want to just leave. You want to make sure that you're leaving something there to let them know you were there, asking them to support you in your fundraiser. And so this is a very important document for you to have on hand when you're contacting people. In addition to that, we have our sales receipts. Now, this is really important because you see, the demo unit that you're going to be receiving here in a minute is one for you to keep for the duration of the fundraising drive. You're not going to sell the particular unit you're getting today until the very end. So people are actually going to be pre-ordering. They're going to be ordering and prepaying for their cook kits. And so you want to make sure that they have a record of what they ordered and they purchased, because it will be a few weeks before they actually receive their individual cook kit along with any extra fuel discs that they order. So make sure you use these receipts. In addition to that, there's another very important document, and it's your order form and your sales record of your orders that you take. It's really funny because a couple of months ago I got a call from a young kid that said, hey, you know what, I'm in trouble. I can't remember the people that I sold to, so I don't know who to deliver these stoves to. And I said, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know who you sold to. And so it was kind of an awkward situation for him. We finally figured it out. But nevertheless, you're responsible. Each and every one of you are responsible to keep track of who you're selling these cook kits to. And so you're actually going to get a copy of this today. And it's important for you to keep a copy. Keep a copy for your delivery records. Now, you're actually going to make a photocopy of this to give to your leader so that they can assemble all of the orders and let us know how many other thousands of stoves you need us to send out to you guys to make sure that we can help you fulfill your orders. So that's an important thing for you to make sure you keep track of all of your sales. Now, the second website that we're going to give you is your marketing website. This is the site you share with everyone, and so your URL up at the top, it will be quickstove.com/your school name. And so this is going to be an important site for two valuable reasons. Number one, now you can market to anyone across the country. You can sell these cook kits to anybody from New York to California and in between. So you're no longer restricted just to people that you know in your own individual neighborhood or in your own community. So that's a great advantage to you, and we never take these websites down. These are for your organization to use forever. And so you'll notice you'll continue to get sales that will come in off of these websites, especially around Christmas time. The second important purpose for this is that this website now enables you to accept credit cards and debit cards as a form of payment for your fundraising drive. I mean, how many times in the past have you gone on other fundraisers and people say, oh, you know, I just don't have my checkbook with me, or I don't have enough cash with me? Well, a lot of people don't carry that anymore, but almost everybody carries plastic. And so now you can actually accept credit cards to be able to make sure you're getting as many sales as possible. So the way that this website works, first of all, we have a link right up here at the top that will actually let people watch the video you watch. It's actually a longer video that shows them more details about the cook kit so that it'll do the selling for you. Then in addition to that, you're going to see over here there's actually a place for a quantity to be entered. You see, this is such a great idea and such a great gift that we want to encourage people to purchase more than just one. You know, whether it be Christmas or birthdays or anniversaries or whatever it might be, people need to have 2, 3, or 4 or more of these on hand. And so we want to make sure that it's very easy for them to order multiple units. In addition to that, we want to encourage everyone to have more than just the 2 fuel discs that come with the cook kit. Every cook kit comes with 2 fuel discs as part of the purchase price, but we want to encourage people to purchase maybe another 20 of the fuel discs so that they have that emergency supply on hand, so that they never have to worry about having enough fuel on hand to take care of any emergency cooking needs that they may have. And so then you see here at the bottom, we have another important function here, and that is with the delivery of your individual orders. Because you can take credit cards, you may have someone that lives right next door to you that chooses to purchase their 4 cook kits with a credit card. But because they're purchasing it with a credit card, doesn't mean that we're going to ship it to them. You're going to personally deliver it to them because they're right next door to you. And so just below this area on your website, there will be this part. In other words, how you actually set up the shipping for your orders. And so if you're working with somebody that lives close by, that you're planning on delivering their cook kit to them, the pickup and delivery section of this of this part of the website is designed for them to fill out. So there's no additional shipping charges or anything because you're going to hand deliver it to them, but they can still pay with a credit card. But if you happen to sell Aunt Minnie, who lives out in New Jersey, and she wanted to buy 10 of these, well, you're probably not going to drive out to New Jersey to deliver these stoves to Aunt Minnie, but what you're going to want is for QuickStove to ship those cook kits to Aunt Minnie. And we can do that. And if she needs that done, that's what this other part is for. Well, we will ship them to her. Now, Aunt Minnie will need to pay shipping to get them to her, but we can make sure that that's taken care of. So you can see there are 2 different ways that we're going to fulfill these orders. 1, you're going to deliver for all the people in your local market, and 2, for people in different states or other areas, we can actually ship, and they will pay the shipping fees for those orders. Now let's talk about some really fun stuff. This is the extra incentives and promotions that we offer to you for participating with us in our fundraising drive. First of all, we're giving away an iPad. The top 10 sellers from your school or organization will be entered in to win an iPad that we're going to give out at the end of the year. So each and every one of you need to make that determination. You're going to be in the top 10 so you can participate and possibly qualify for that iPad. Second of all, for your individual organization and school, we're going to be giving away an iPod Touch. Now, to participate in this drawing, you just need to make sure that you sell 50 units, and that's 50 cook kits. And then you could qualify. So every time that you sell 50 cook kits, your name's going to be entered into a drawing to win this iPod Touch. So, for example, if you were to sell 100, you'd have 2 entries in there. And so we'll make a drawing then at the end of your fundraising drive to determine which one of you is going to qualify and win this brand new iPod Touch. But yet there's even more. We also have an opportunity for each of you to win a $50 iTunes gift card. So every time that you sell 10 of these cook kits, you will be entered into a drawing to receive a $50 gift card from iTunes. Now, every time that you sell 10, you get another entry. So if you were to sell 100, you'd be entered 10 times into this drawing. And so every time we get 20 entries, we do a drawing. So we don't wait till the end of the fundraiser to see who qualifies. You can qualify multiple times for this. And understand, you can qualify for all 3 of these incentives. It's not just one. You can participate in all 3 of them. Now, it's time to get down to brass tacks and get started and get you your own individual demo cook kit. So what's going to happen is you're going to be signed out a cook kit by one of your leaders here in just a minute. Now, this cook kit is for you to keep for the duration of the fundraising drive. You're not to sell this one, because if you do, then you don't have anything to show prospective customers. So hold on to this one. And at the end of the fundraising drive, guess who's going to purchase this one? Your parents, plus probably a couple of extra ones, because they're going to want to support you. And sometimes the question comes up, well, since it's my parents, can I just sell it to them for $15? Well, I guess you could, but how much money would you make towards your fundraising needs if you sold it to them for $15? You'd make 0. So there would be no benefit toward your fundraising needs. And so you want to sell it to your folks for $25. They love you, and they'll pay it because they want to support you in your fundraising needs. Okay, so remember that, and you'll be getting your cook kit here in just a few minutes. Second of all, you're going to receive an important participation instruction handout by your leaders when they give you this cook kit. Now, what's really important about this, not only does it give you lots of important instructions and things to say about the cook kit, but there's going to be listed on there your individual school's websites. First of all, your back office website that's just for you, not for your customers, where you can download all these other documents that you're going to need to really get aggressive with your fundraising needs. And then second of all, your marketing website, so you'll know where to send everybody. And then on the back side of this form, you're going to have your very first order form that will enable you to start entering in the sales that you make so that you can keep track of all of your sales. Then we want to make sure you, on your back office website, click on the links that will enable you to download the important flyers that you need to start doing this fundraiser, which will be your receipt forms and your leave behind flyers. So make sure you have a good supply of those so that you're properly prepared when talking to people. Then next is just start doing that very thing, talking to people, family and friends, and making phone calls, and if it's permitted in your area and by your organization, knocking doors. In fact, that's proven to be the absolute most effective way to make sales. But you need to make sure you're following the rules for your own area and from your organization. And of course, sending out emails. Now, your age group, though, you are absolute experts in social media. You know the drill there. So use it to your benefit. You want to use Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram and anything else you have, and appropriately use that to promote to any and everybody you know across the country, and give them the link to your website so that they can come and support you and provide you the extra income you need to handle all the fees and costs of what you're doing. So make good use of it. And then lastly, just make sure you're qualifying for all 3 incentives, because this is what really makes it fun. So we want to thank you once again for choosing QuickStove and representing the Emergency Cook Kit. We want to do all that we can to help and support you with that, and know you're going to do just fantastic. Simply let us know if we can be of any other assistance, and we want to wish you the absolute best luck in your fundraising drive. Thank you.